I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we're cracking open the pages of a remarkable book. It is called So, Is Retirement Supposed to Suck? A compilation of life's little disappointments. It's written by a terrific author. His name is George M. Dean, and this book takes a humorously candid look at the unexpected pitfalls of retirement, blending personal anecdotes with sage advice. The author shares his journey through the highs and lows of life and retirement, offering a unique perspective that's both enlightening and entertaining. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight. We thank our team at Atticus Publishing for helping us put him in the spotlight today. And we ask viewers like you to support writers like him by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing his wonderful book. The links are below this interview. George, great to see you here today on Spotlight.
Hey, Logan, thank you for having me. Big fan.
I'm a big fan of yours as well. Love this book. I think it's a question that probably a lot of retirees have asked themselves rhetorically. So is retirement supposed to suck? Because they might not be having fun, at least at first. What's the motivation behind the book?
Well, I was forced to retire early due to a lung transplant.
Hmm.
So I wasn't really prepared to really enjoy myself, to have everything set up for me because it was early. You know, I retired at 62 and I had planned to hang in there until around 67, 68, which is what I am now.
Right.
And yeah, you know, if your friends aren't with you when you retire, you know, it's not going to work out all that well.
Yeah. Doing nothing is overrated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Exactly. So what's your best advice to a retiree who's used to being called doctor, captain, sergeant, sir, and, having that respect in the workplace? And, we all are annoyed by our jobs, but our jobs are a role that kind of give us a feeling of importance at times as well. And that's pulled away. Now you're just George and I'm just Logan, and we don't have a title, and we don't have maybe even a reason to get up in the morning. So what's your advice to a retiree?
Well, yeah, when your purpose is no longer there, my purpose was, you know, I was in the gaming industry. I was a table games dealer for years and years,
Mhm.
and I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed doing what I did. And when that's gone and you have to kind of invent things to keep yourself busy, but if you're not really into them, you know, it's not that great.
Yeah. And you had a fun profession. You basically paid to play, right?
Exactly. Yeah. I love what I did. I love the people I dealt to. Uh, you know, I had fun with them. You know, I joked with them all day long. Uh, Being a table games dealer was a really fun job. You know, the interaction was always fun. The actual mechanics of the job could get a little tedious at times,
Sure.
but you know, it was easy to break that up with you know, interactions and
Exactly, exactly. And that's true with any job. I
yeah,
mean, the most exciting job in the world, once you're doing it day in, day out, it's
yeah,
routine, whether you're a cardiac surgeon or whether you're a game dealer or whether you're a talk show host, you're like,
yeah.
oh, that looks fun. I'd like to do that until
Hmm.
you've done it day in, day out. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but when it's gone, you realize that, something's missing. So what did you do to turn around perhaps what you might call emptiness after retirement?
Well, I had to look for things to, you know, keep myself busy. I ended up becoming a writer. I wrote a couple
Hmm.
of books. The first book, the one right before this one, was called Good Luck, Sir. Sorry You Lose. And it was about my experiences as a table games dealer.
Yeah.
Included a lot of little anecdotes. That, you know, most of them were pretty lighthearted. And I did that because when I was dealing, a lot of people had told me, usually after some crazy, you know, occurrence, you know, a streaker running through the casino or somebody winning, you know, tens of thousands of dollars, that I should write a book. And I
Mhm.
didn't really think about it at the time until I retired. And then I thought, yeah, this should be fun. And it was fun. And then when I got done with that book, it kind of led me into, the book we're talking about now, about
Hmm.
retirement. So, yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
Was there ever or a particular funny moment where somebody was really like betting their house and their numbers don't come up or the hand isn't dealt that they expected and it's sorry, sir, you lose
All the time,
all the time?
all the time.
Yeah.
And, my job at that point was to point them to the ATM machine because they needed to reload and get back to work. And it's unfortunate, you
Yeah.
would think people would know better, but they don't.
Yeah.
It's so easy to get hooked.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're always chasing the next bet, thinking you're going to recoup your losses, and
Sure.
doesn't necessarily happen. You stayed in Vegas. You decided not to branch out or go somewhere else or try something different.
Right. I've been here, well, over 4 decades now,
Right.
and I dealt for 38 of those years.
Wow. That's amazing.
So, yeah, I mean, I like it here. It's
Yeah.
it's a fun town. There's plenty to do,
Right.
you know.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So the books have been fulfilling. So your best advice to someone who is a retiree is, golf is fine, tennis is fine, but you do need to find something productive to fill your days. You think you need to find some type of work or creative outlet or structure.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
that's why, writing became that for me. I
Yeah.
never thought I would be a writer, much less a published author. But that part I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed, recalling occurrences that have happened in my life. The only thing I didn't like about it was everything else, the editing, the publishing,
Yeah.
the marketing, all this stuff.
The drudgery of it. Yep,
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
right.
the creative process is wonderful. You're lost in the
Oh,
book.
yeah.
You're in this great headspace. You're remembering this guy, that guy. Oh yeah, it's exciting, and it's a great vicarious thrill in a way, or time travel when you're
Mhm.
writing, which I enjoy as well. Are you working on another book now that you've got these two down?
Stay tuned. We'll see. I've got a few ideas floating around, but I haven't really come up with exactly what I want to write about and how I want to, go about it. These two books have been written in the first person.
Hmm.
Uh, but if I do go with a third book, I think, it should be like a novel.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think you got a lot of novel-esque characters there in
Yeah,
Las Vegas to choose from.
right.
Between the guys, the girls, the addicted gamblers to everything in between, even life at a buffet, uh,
Yeah,
could make an interesting topic for your book. That's for
right.
sure. Do you
Sure.
think, particularly, I think your other book, Good Luck, Sir, Sorry You Lose, do you think that'd be an interesting movie or a documentary, perhaps?
I do.
Yeah.
It it actually occurred to me in a dream what it would be like, and I thought about that. The book I've just finished about retirement, I don't think so much,
Yeah.
but yeah,
That's
I
kind
think
of a guide or a
I,
manual, how to. Yeah.
right.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, as far as, I think people would enjoy learning about the gaming business from the other side of the table.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, it would make a great either TV series or movie.
Yeah,
So,
and there's been a bunch of good films based in Las Vegas about people, from Casino to the Leaving Las Vegas and so on. I think
yeah,
it's ripe for a new movie to be made. It's been a few years, that's for sure. This
yeah.
book is called So, Is Retirement Supposed to Suck? A compilation of life's little disappointments. It's written by George Dean. He retired younger than he expected, just at the age of 62 because of a turn in his health that he needed to stop working as a games dealer in Las Vegas. At first, he was bored, but then he found purpose. And he shares that purpose with you in his book and will help you find your purpose as well. Because, as we said during the course of this interview, doing nothing is overrated. Just think of your life during the pandemic and you realize, maybe going to work wasn't that bad.
Uh,
But, right? Exactly.
absolutely.
George, thanks for joining us here today on Spotlight.
Hey, thanks for having me. It was fun.
It was fun talking to you as well. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.